again, for the education of those who do not know and still need to open their books and do their homeworks, for the most of them, they are currently serving as mayors. And so I will address them as mayors, though some have been re-elected. And that should still mean another term, but no need to call you mayors-elect, except for our Bourbon mayor-elect. Mayor-elect Nico Dotilios. Please take notes, those that are watching me. So, makasabot mo o bisa naman lang, kung lisod ka ayot, i-record na lang, ar mabalik-balik ninyo, musod sa utok. To all of our beloved mayors, ako mga pinalanggang anak nga sa unom ka tuig, nagkakuyog kita. Magkakuyog pagyud kita. Hangtod alas 12 sa udto, 30 sa Hunyo 2025. O wata kibaw, basin pa. O even after such a date. Before I proceed, let me address the elephant in the room. For those who do not understand this oft-used cliche, this refers to when there is an issue that nobody wants to talk about, and yet is so real, so huge, and so present, that we call it rhetorically, allegorically, the elephant in the room. And I refer to the elections that have just transpired last 12th of May 2025. As the results started coming in, fed by COMELEC servers, I do know that from the 1st to the 2nd, the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th districts, our mayors started shaking their heads in disbelief. And this included as well our barangay kapitanes. More so, mismo ang mga Sugboanon. Kay dili makatuo sa nigawas nga resulta. In the aftermath of that shocking deluge of numbers that ended up with an unknown, and prior to the campaign, a non-political figure concentrated as this person was on soliciting donations for her foundation, for which there's a continuing case against her. The mayors started to feel guilt. And they started to think, where did we go wrong? We tried our best. After perhaps 24, 48 hours, some of you may have started to justify, kay mas maayo manggod mo sayaw sa TikTok, or mas dako magugpaa. I heard that in Bourbon. Or, grabe yun tao, no? Bisag unsay nahimo ni Gwen. Madara yun. This is my answer. I have heretofore remained silent, but I guess a lot of media outfits are also tuned in on us now. First of all, I wish for you to know, all of the 50 mayors, we are 51, we must exclude one. But all of you, 50 mayors, I do not blame any of you. You had nothing to do with the elections results, with the election results, insofar as the gubernatorial position was concerned. I know that you did your best, but even beyond your words, ako mismo, didto ko sa katawhan. Nahibaw ko ug unsay ilang gipaminaw kanako. Nakakita mo. Makakita lang na ako magdaganay, magpailog, bata, tigulang, hamtong. Mag-ambak-ambak, nahibaw mo, masayod lang ngadto sa mga isla o kaha sa mga barangay sa atong mga kanungsuran. Moari si Gob, mangdakop nas manok. Kay itagana na, basin makatilaw anis Gob. I have felt the love of the Cebuanos, and that love is real. And that love continues. Mao magani nga bisan ngadto sa kabukiran, daghan pang nangutana. Di mi katuo, ngano man to, wa man mi kaila anak niya. And I feel that even the opposite camp knows and is truly very insecure about this questionable victory. Because they continue to attack me. They continue to train their attack dogs on me. They continue to justify their win. Maunang napildi ka, kay maldita man ka. Maunang napildi ka, kay tiguang na ka. Ambot lang ka, arang-arang na mag-itsura ani karon. Maunang napildi ka. Sige na lang pirmi, maunang napildi ka. But you know, I wonder, why do they continue this? In 2019, I was the challenger. Right after the proclamation, undang na. Why singgit-singgit dinhi sa social hall? Why mga pabuto sa mga drums o mga bugle calls or whatever that is, murag niabot ang mga laing panig, Hudiyo. And when I started to serve, I set aside all of the conflict, acrimony, the bitterness of the 6 years that Governor Junjun Davide, Vice Governor Agnes Magpale, and I had been involved in. In fact, nag-abot pa mig Sandigan Bayan. Pero, giundang na akong pangatake. Because it was time to work. And continuing this atmosphere of acrimony will not bode well, would not bode well. That was my decision. Would not bode well for the province of Cebu, where there was much work to be done. But this is different now. And there can be no other reason for this continued vicious attacks, the venom, the vitriol that continues to be spewed on social media. There can be no other reason except that they themselves are asking why they won. Or perhaps they know. They know how they won. Well, suffice it to say, thereafter, a lot of evidence has surfaced the latest of which, there is now growing proof that the votes intended for Governor Gwen Garcia, in fact, were credited to my opponent. Kutob lang sa ako diha. But this is technical and software proven evidence. We have also filed an electoral protest. We hope that the COMELEC will act with dispatch on this electoral protest. And we have, as a sign of good faith to all of you, mayors, we have decided to contest all of the clustered precincts. And that's over 4,100. Why? Because, as I said, I truly believed that the result for the gubernatorial election here in Cebu did not reflect the honest will of the people. So, usbon ko, ayaw mo o paminaw o kaguol o kaha labaw sa tanan, take away those guilt feelings. I have no ill feelings towards you. You did your best, as I have seen you continually leveling up, striving for excellence, and achieving, in fact, good governance in this beloved province of ours, in all the years that we have worked together. I view all of you as upright, honest, principled, o adunay palabra di honor. With that aside, I hope the elephant will now step aside too. I have called for this meeting because we'd like to take up